There's this method theater actors use to combat anxiety before performances. They pick someone from the audience and focus only on them, as if there is only one person watching instead of the whole crowd. That person's reactions also help them see how viewers take their performance. But what does it have to do with marketing? All in this video. When you craft your promotional campaigns, you don't truly try to keep each and every client in your mind, do you? And that's when the buyer personas come into play. Just like that, you can concentrate on a single client that represents the entire audience and make the most out of your marketing performance. And this is exactly what we will be talking about in this video. A buyer persona is an in-depth, lucid description of your brand's perfect customer, their wants, values, pain points, driving emotions, challenges, and demographics all gathered together in one-page file. Even though this persona is made up, the data used to create it is collected from your real-life customers and meticulous research. It usually looks something like this. Looks neat, doesn't it? You can create a buyer persona just as stunning as this one. Make sure you watch this video till the end, and we will walk you through the entire process of developing a buyer persona. For the most part, an average buyer persona comprises the following elements: demographics such as age, gender, nationality, and marital status, geophysical factors including location and cultural peculiarities, socioeconomics like job title and income level, psychographics, for example, motivations, interests, pain points, and challenges, and also behavioral factors such as purchasing motivation and average shopping list. Buyer personas allow businesses to gain insights into their customers' needs, preferences, and pain points. This information is used to develop targeted marketing campaigns, new product features, effective customer support strategies, and fair pricing. In a nutshell, buyer personas are a valuable tool that allows businesses to improve customer satisfaction, increase revenue, and build long-term customer relationships. As you will probably realize later from this video, no two companies' buyer personas will look the same. Even though each brand's marketing objectives and needs are unique, the process of creating buyer personas looks pretty much the same for all of them. Let's look into it. First things first, you need to define and segment your target audience. During this stage, you will not need all kinds of customer data you can get, so don't sweat it. Instead, dial it down to basics and collect your client's demographics information, for example, using your CRM system. Customer segmentation is a truly sterling practice that helps you reach out to your customers effectively, meet your specific needs, and identify your key clients groups. This is the first step to figuring out how many buyer personas you will need so that you can build and outline them in broad strokes. Deploy basic customer data to split your audience into groups by age, gender, location, and purchase frequency. Moving on to the next step, you will need to select your buyer persona parameters. This may seem like a no-fuss task you could probably skip, but I really encourage you not to. There's no debate that you will need customers' age, income, and location. However, when it comes to interests and purchasing motivations, you might not need everything they have to offer. For instance, not all businesses need to analyze clients' teamwork ability and IQ level. So take a few moments to determine the buyer persona's parameters you actually need based on your marketing goals. This will save you the disappointment of having to delete loads of data you spent such a long time gathering. Once you're done with this, roll up your sleeves and prepare to gather customer data. Now you will need a lot of information on hand. It's a tricky task and there is no way around it. Still, if you already know a thing or two about your audience, I guarantee that it can be a lot easier. For example, if your customers are avid email users, ask them to specify their gender, age, location, or other details when they subscribe to your newsletter. It does not take a lot of time, especially if you keep your questions brief and don't ask for too much, just like American Eagle here. Similarly, if you know that a vast majority of your customers hang out on Facebook, explore their social media accounts to find out more about their interests, hobbies, marital status, and just what kind of people they are. Other than that, you could also pull out the big guns and conduct customer interviews. I will level you, this method is a tricky one, but it's absolutely worth it. You will have full control over the questions you ask, so it's your chance to get access to the information you wouldn't normally get from your customers. Customer interviews will require thorough preparation on your end and an incentive for your clients. For starters, gather a focus group of customers and offer them a discount or a freebie to get them to participate. Next, draw up your list of questions. The key here is not to be overpowering or intrusive, so keep any private or sensitive questions off the table. As an alternative, you could also conduct a survey on your website or through email. The same rules apply here. Don't ask intrusive questions, keep it brief, and offer something in return if necessary. Follow this email example and include a visible CTA button and arrange an incentive to encourage your users to take a survey. And finally, you get to create your buyer persona. Ironically, this step can take the least amount of time if your preparation is thorough enough. You can speed up the process even more by using buyer persona builder solutions. This way, all you'll need to do is to paste the necessary information into the corresponding fields. With tools like these, you will also be able to develop buyer personas together with your team. If you cannot find a buyer persona template that suits your parameters, you can always create it from scratch. This will give you more wiggle room to develop a unique and customized buyer persona, though it may take longer. Whichever path you choose, remember to be as detailed as possible. A well-developed buyer persona can become a point of reference for all your future marketing campaigns. So don't hesitate to really knuckle down when building it. You can use SendPulse's CRM system to automatically gather all the customer information you need. Each of your customers has their own card where you can add your own fields and monitor and analyze the data points you might need for your buyer personas. What's even better is that it's all free. But don't take my word for it, go ahead and see it for yourself. And that's it, folks. Hope this video made the process of building buyer personas a bit less convoluted for you. You know the drill. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, say something nice in the comment section, and subscribe to SendPulse channel. See you in the next video.